Good morning, guys. My name is Otto von Cutch, and I have my very, very special co-host, Tombstone Jesus. And we are here.
Hell yeah. What's happening, Tombstoners?
Episode 7 of You Ought to Know. This is the morning edition, 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. Tombstone, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great. Glad to be here. A little morning coffee on a Saturday's kind of what I'm feeling like right now, brother.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So how was your week so far?
A lot of rain here in St. George. I think it was probably the same for you guys in Vegas. Ungodly cold.
Right.
So, the Queen locked her keys in the truck last night at work, and I actually had to go on a Kawasaki in the rain adventure and bring her set of keys last night.
Oh,
so
man.
it was a fun. Yeah, I made it a good time, but that's what riding a motorcycle is all about, having little adventures now and again. But yeah, it's been damn cold. I think it's going to warm up here by the middle of next week. But still untimely cold, bro.
I know it, bro. I know it. It's wild. It's been a fun week here in Las Vegas. Of course, this past Thursday, we had the WrestleMania 40 press conference. That was very, very exciting. Just to give you guys some numbers of what that is, WWE released some numbers here. It says 100 million social views in the first 12 hours. A WWE record right there. 100 million views. That's amazing. Over 4.7 million live viewers across all social platforms. So what that means, of course, is why they were actually live. We had 4.7 million people watching that. And then also it is also the most viewed non-in-ring event live stream of all time. So once again, it was a W for the WWE. They definitely killed it this past week at the press conference. Bro, did you watch the press conference?
Of course. And then, I got questions for you, bro, because me and the Queen watched it on YouTube. And, first of all, I got to ask you, what was it like being there live?
The energy,
tell me
bro.
Tell me how that all went down, because I know you're just not a freaking spectator when it comes to these things.
So, dude, I mean, I don't even know if you realize this, but before I actually joined professional wrestling, I was in charge of the Orange County Performing Arts Center. It's a performing arts center in Orange County that has all the Broadway shows from all across the United States. They always tour there in Orange County at the center. So I was the head manager for front of house. So I've had the privilege to see so many Broadway shows in my life, bro. I've seen tons of Broadway shows like Cats, Les Miserables. I mean, the list goes on. There's hundreds of them I've seen.
That explains a lot, bro. That explains a lot.
So let me tell you this, bro. That shit was pure Broadway. Let me break it down for you. You have your supporting cast members. You have Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, Biggie Langston, and CM Punk. They are like the beginning of the show. They are like a supporting cast. Then you actually start the show off. We have Pat and Michael Cole on stage. I believe Bianca Belair was the first person to come out, bro. I mean, and now you have Bianca Belair comes out to an enormous pop, bro. Fucking huge pop.
All right.
Then boom.
Let me cut you off 1 second. I got 2 quick questions. Sorry to cut you off, bro.
It's okay,
so
please.
You're explaining in the beginning. Tell me about how many people were there and whereabouts in the building are you?
Okay, so I would say conservatively, I'm pretty good with reading numbers when it comes to crowds because how I said I used to work in a performing arts center, so I could see a crowd and know how many people are there. There was at least, I would say, 5,000 to 7,000 people there, minimum. At least 5,000 to 7,000. Maybe on the upwards of 7,000. It was a lot. So when you first got there early, they were feeling the sides of the arena first. Because obviously when they're shooting the camera, you're going to see those sides of the audience. So they don't want to make it look like it's all empty. But let me tell you something, bro. It started filling up very, very quickly. And then it leaves to the very middle of the audience where it was empty. It was just one section. I am actually on the very first row, right before the ground level, right behind the actual commentators where they were talking, our supporting cast in the beginning of the show. Dude, so then
how in the hell were you able to get front row, bud?
What was that?
How in the hell were you able to get front row?
I mean, it was free for everyone. I mean, but you know, I think dressing nice, they kind of moved me a little closer, which was a blessing. It's always fun to watch this stuff. So, dude, Rhea Ripley comes out. An amazing, I'm talking a fucking huge pop, bro. The whole place is chanting mommy. She's over, bro.
Oh, yeah.
During that segment, the man Becky Lynch comes out. And I would say the man, I mean, all due respect, it was like a supporting actress role. She comes out. It felt like you're watching a live Broadway show. She comes out, kind of takes over some heat. It was amazing, bro. The press conference was unreal. Then we could fast forward to when The Rock's there. The Rock comes out to just, I mean, I'm talking a lot of booze. I'm probably saying
we
there's
caught
30% Rock fans are in there, and the rest is just, you know.
Yeah, me and the Queen caught that on somebody's YouTube feed, and so we didn't get we heard the boos. I just want to say that, you know, they weren't censored at all, and that's what we felt watching it from somebody's cell phone they were holding up. Man, the boos were overwhelming.
Yeah, there was I know if you were watching on the network and on YouTube, there was censorship. At the very end of the show, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but at the very end when The Rock is walking out of the arena and he has a confrontation with Triple H, you know, basically he said, they bleeped a lot of it out. He's saying shit a couple times, but he was like, something along the lines of, you know, you got to keep your family out of our mouth, and I will slap the fucking teeth. I will slap the fucking teeth out of Cody. And they didn't blur it there, and the crowd, they got a big reaction. So I think we might be seeing WWE transfer more into an edgier product, which
back to the Attitude Era, dude. And I think personally it has something to do with merging with, you know, the UFC and all that, because one thing you get with the UFC, a UFC press conference, is a lot of F-bombs. And
yes,
I was catching a little bit of that feel at this press conference. They might be going that way again. But again, back to your story. So your front row, you know, let me tell you right now. So like I say, me and Kelly, it was on YouTube, but we didn't get a censored version. It was from someone's cell phone. So we heard The Rock talking shit at the end. Nothing was bleeped out on the video we watched.
Okay.
I heard the booze and everything else. Yeah, and I just got to say, this reminded me and Kelly, as far as what they've done right now, you know, being a Mark, I got my Mark hat on now, whatever you want to say. But it really reminds me of back when, I don't know if you remember, it was like 15 or 16, something like that. They were pushing Roman against Brock in the WrestleMania, and the fans just weren't buying it. You know, and they're starting cheering for Brock, and they're booing Roman, and, you know, Lesnar's pissed off in the back about the whole thing. And the announcers are making up excuses why people are booing Roman and this and that. What I seen here going on reminds me of what went on then, but it's like they handled it the right way. You know, I don't know if they planned on The Rock getting booed, but at least they went the right way with it, man. Because there's nothing worse than trying to be a face and having the crowd say, fuck you.
So we have Ben Hall here chiming in saying, I wanted to go to it, but then I remembered I hate going to tourist places in Vegas. Let me tell you what, Ben. That's one thing I haven't embraced enough living down here in Las Vegas is going down to the Strip. And I had such a good time just going down there, and actually, as I'm walking through the MGM Grand, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put $10 in. So I put $10 in the slot machine, bro, right? I hit it. It's a dollar hit, dollar hit, dollar hit. I go one more dollar hit. Boom. I hit, bro. I crack it. I crack it for $103 or $104, something like that. So I have, I think
Ruined for life.
I have like, I think $100 and maybe $10 on there now or something. I don't know exactly what it was. But I'm like, hey, man, I just won $100. Let me just max bet real quick and just see if I'm, win something else. I hit max bet thinking, hey, it's only going to be a fucking $10 most. Bro, it's $103 max bet at the MGM Grand on that slot machine. I had no idea. So they fucking suckered me right in, bro.
Good seeing you, man. Love you, bro.
And Ben is saying that he read earlier it was 2,000 or 3,000 people. If that's the case, that's the case. But I don't believe that, Ben. I'm going to have to differ that. I believe that it had to be at least 5,000 people. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 sections in the Thomas and Mack Center completely full on one side. On the other side, there was 5 sections that were completely full. And then you had the floor level. I don't know, man. It could be 2,000 to 3,000. You could be right on that one, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. We have Glenn Thomas, Big Chief from a podcast you guys should all check out called Thoughts Count Anywhere. It's a local podcast here in Las Vegas, and he says, it doesn't matter what Otto thinks. Well, you know what? You ought to know that, man.
Good seeing you, Thomas.
Ben is liking the gambling. And oh, damn. And also, Ben, if you've never been down to the Strip recently, I got to plug this. MJ Live. Santana Jackson, bro. Once again, we're going off the cuff right now. Bro, I went and seen his show. Took the kids there, the family there. Amazing, bro. Santana Jackson is such a performer, such an entertainer. He captivates an audience. He's out there at the end of the show with his belt from, I don't know what Fed he's a champ in right now, but one of the Feds that he's a champ in. He's fucking moonwalking on stage with the belt, bro. Taking pictures with the fans. So,
hey, my grandson saw him up at the Sierra Theater up in Orem, Utah. And he's an instant fan for life. My grandson was so influenced by how awesome Santana was. My grandson's 5 years old. He was Michael Jackson for Halloween. So hopefully one day I'll be able to let my grandson meet Santana. What a stud.
We have another message from the Chief here saying, love you, Otto. Aaron can't post and wants to, my friend. Okay, so I guess you guys aren't doing the podcast right now because normally I believe it's on Saturday mornings also. All right, so let's go back to where we're at. Let's finish up this conference. It was pure Broadway. WWE definitely had the W that night. Literally reminded me of why Rikishi wants the students to go to these events. Bro, goosebumps were running through my body. The energy was there. So exciting. Makes you want to get to training. Makes you want to go run in the morning. And makes you realize what you're in this for, man. To entertain people, bro. So.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A, man. Let's see here. Did you hear about Ava? Ava leaves X. If you're not familiar who Ava is, she is The Rock's daughter. She was getting death threats, I guess, because of The Rock versus Cody. Did you hear about this?
I heard about that. Yeah, it was something I wanted to bring up too. And again, it just reminds me of one of those times where the fans just weren't quite buying it. I think they pivoted. They may have known the whole time. These guys are smart. But I like the way they're handling it, because if The Rock just kept trying to be the popular face in this, no, wasn't going to happen. The fans let them know,
Absolutely, bro. I also came across an interview last night from Denise. She interviewed TK, Tony Khan, over there at the Mandalay Bay yesterday. And let me tell you something, man. I've been busting Tony Khan's chops for so long, and I actually feel like an asshole. And because it's a new year, and I am trying to just make amends and be a better person, dude, honestly, Tony Khan had one of the best interviews. It was only a 9-minute interview. But you could really see that his underbelly, he loves professional wrestling, man. And you know what? As long as he is paying his staff, his performers, I mean, you can't dog the guy. You know what I mean? Until there's going to be wrestlers out there saying, "Hey, he's not paying us," then there's a problem. Yeah, the audience is not, it's there, but it's not there strong yet. I believe that AEW is going to grow. I mean, I really do, man. It's going to take a long time, but I think it's going to happen, man. I mean, it's
well, the wrestling world's better with them than without them, and that's how I feel. That's how I feel about most of the organizations, for that matter. So hell yes.
Yes, when it comes to MLW, or even down to WOW. WOW is very important for the women's division in professional wrestling. You know what I mean? WOW is a big deal for women. You know what I mean? So it's a cool thing to have happening. But it was a good interview. You should check it out. Made me actually realize, TK he's trying hard, bro. And I think people might get the impression, oh, he's on drugs and stuff like that, dude. Let me tell you something. So many people have told me, you're on drugs, or what are you on? Are you on speed? Dude, some people have high energy, high frequencies, bro. I'm a very high frequent person. So you got to imagine, he just comes off a pay-per-view. He's going to a press conference. Hell yeah, he's energetic. He's excited. It's his baby. It's his organization. So
that's what we're here for.
I want to see AEW do well in 2024. It looks like WrestleMania is going to be very exciting. We have night 2 confirmed. Last night, Triple H confirmed that it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. And, I'm assuming night 1 we're going to see, Roman and The Rock versus maybe Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, or something along those lines, I would think. We have a comment here. It's I'd be happy to get some of that TK money. And you know what? Absolutely.
Some more of that, he said. Some more of that.
I'm serious. It's I don't know why I had such a stigma about the guy. I really don't know what I was thinking. I just, you start hearing all these things and saw all this negativity, and you're like, oh, this guy. But dude, the guy loves wrestling. And you know what? We all love wrestling. That's why we wake up and do these podcasts and go to the shows and everything we do, man. We love professional wrestling. And on the topic of professional wrestling, we do have a new season of Dark Side of the Ring, season 5. Have you heard about this, Tombstone?
I haven't heard about who's going to be on the season, but I don't see it stopping for a while, because you got new stories popping up as fast as old ones. I mean, Billy Jack Haynes is going to be on next year, I guarantee.
Well, I guess we're jumping all over the place. Let's do it then. Boom.
Sorry,
Billy Jack Haynes. Billy Jack Haynes actually was in the news this week for, I guess it was murdering his wife. Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Did you read any of this story? Did you find out some information on this story?
I was all over it. I'm a huge Billy Jack fan. And believe it or not, when I was a little kid, I saw him with his hairy chest and his hat. And look how I turned up, So guys like Billy Jack and Magnum TA, for whatever reason, those were guys that I was just drawn to. And Billy Jack had such an impressive physique. And he was always a really cool as hell baby face. And so later on, when I became a wrestler, I kind of geeked out on him. I'm familiar with his career. I'm familiar with some of the crazy shit about him. And I'm a little bit familiar with this case, just as far as, he was arrested. We'll see how it plays out. I know his wife was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. And so that's what I got my eye on. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Definite tragedy, though. And I could definitely see Billy Jack being somebody they'd be interested in doing a story.
The reason why I think I was surprised about season 5 of Dark Side of the Ring is I think last season the creators were talking about it possibly not even being able to finish the current season because I guess Vice, I don't know, some sort of fucking TV
Well, there's only so many of these stories for that matter. That's what I'm saying.
pretty packed season. We have it looks like one of the topics is going to be Chris Adams.
Okay.
I don't know. Me personally, I'll admit, I know Chris Adams was in WCW, but I don't know exactly much about Chris Adams.
Yeah, so Chris Adams was actually really big in where the Von Erichs were in Texas. A little bit later, he had his own school. Steve Austin went to Chris Adams wrestling school. Steve Austin was trained by Chris Adams. And Chris Adams, he came from Britain or Australia or somewhere like that, and he was kind of a martial arts guy. And he could play a face or he could play a heel. And he was tied in with like the Gino guy, Gino Rivero. They already did one on him.
Yes.
So those guys were party buddies. And so it doesn't surprise me he's on there, and that'll be a good one. That'll be interesting.
Also, we have Sensational Sherry.
Right. I thought she'd already been on the dang thing, and that doesn't surprise me either.
No.
And these are legends. I mean, these are people I look up to and always will. I mean, don't think I'm cacking on anybody.
Oh, absolutely not. We have Black Saturday. It's Vince McMahon purchasing Georgia Championship Wrestling in 1984 for access to its TBS time slot.
I watched that. I remember being in junior high going, what in the fuck is going on? And I immediately missed Georgia Championship Wrestling. I wanted to see the wrestlers. When I tuned into the WWE at the time, I knew what station to tune into. I don't want to see the WWE guys over here. As a fan, I can honestly say that was something I was pissed about. And I watched that shit live, and it went on for a few weeks. And it wasn't cool, man. We were already pulled into these storylines with Dusty Rhodes and with Ric Flair and with the Road Warriors and shit. And next thing we know, we got Hulk Hogan and a lot of that shit that was going on in the WWE. I loved all wrestling, but as a fan, wrestling in the South at the time, I was more into. So I was pissed about that. That'll be a good story.
Can you smarten me up real quick, just in like 30 seconds? Does Black Saturday mean like there was no wrestling on the television screen, or what?
No, like I say, we tuned in for our regular show and we got WWE.
That would be like us tuning into the USA Network today to watch Raw, and all of a sudden Dynamite's on it.
It'd be like tuning in for AEW and WWE's on.
Gotcha.
That's what happened.
The legendary Terry Gordy. They're going to be doing an episode on him.
Yeah, controversial death. That guy's a legend too. We had an opportunity to meet his daughter, and just what an honor. The Freebirds are somebody I looked up to always, even though they were the heels, man. You had to love them. Terry Gordy, that'll be one I'll be tuning into for sure.
How about Chris Colt?
I'm not familiar with Chris Colt. What is it? What has it got on there on him?
I have no idea, Tombstone.
It could be a promoter or something. I'll be interested in that. And so there's a name I'm not familiar with. I'll be tuning in.
We have the Sandman from Provo, Utah.
From Utah, actually from Utah. It's crazy as that sounds. Of all places to be from, the Sandman is from Utah. That's an awesome one. I'm a huge Sandman fan. Anybody that was in the ECW in that era, I'm a huge fan of, and so Sandman, Sabu, it's been an honor to meet a lot of these people, but I'll definitely be tuning in for the Sandman. And Utah boy.
We have Harley Race.
Legend, one of the toughest guys ever. Real man, a man's man. That'll be interesting.
He must be a womanizer, I'm guessing, or something along those lines. What was his history? Why did they have a dark side of the ring on him, I wonder?
Could have been just because of he's such a badass and he'd been involved with the law here and there a little bit. Okay. And he always drove like a madman and stuff. But these guys, when they bring up like Haku and some of the toughest fuckers to ever really wrestle, Harley Race is always up there.
We have Brutus Beefcake this season.
Of course, I'm familiar with Brutus, and he had so many different gimmicks. He got into the business with Hogan. He was always one of Hogan's best friends. Why he would be on Dark Side, that'll be one I'll be interested in and tuning into as well.
And then we have the one that I'm looking forward to probably the most, Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, okay, so
Gigolo.
Well, you know, you got Buff on there. We got to get like, where's X-Pac? Like Six has got to come out soon. You know, guys like that probably be on the next season. You know, Buff Bagwell. There's a few wrestlers from that era that I think could get their own Dark Side of the ring. But Buff's, you know, that'll be one I'll be tuning into too. I know he's had his issues. I'm surprised Sonny wasn't on there.
They did a Sunny episode last season, brother man. It was Sunny and Chris
okay, they had a Sunny one. I was gonna say, yeah.
And then of course we have the very first episode we're gonna get, I believe, on like March 5th, somewhere around that time frame. We have Earthquake.
Wow, that'll be cool.
So yeah, that's episode 1 is Earthquake.
Earthquake's another one of those real life badasses. Was a sumo wrestler and really athletic dude, and usually on the list of people didn't want to fuck with.
No doubt about that, bro. Actually, I guess while we're on the topic of Dark Side of the Ring, let me ask you a quick question. Obviously, number one being Mr. McMahon. What would you think this generation from, let's say, 2000 to now, what do you think would be like the newer Dark Side of the Ring episodes, or even from like 2010 to now? Like obviously McMahon, and I mean, what other topics can they pick?
Well, I don't know if it could go any darker than that one.
I know it.
I mean, they can dip into the indie scene a little more if they want. And
that would be interesting. The Dark Side.
They could educate some people on wrestlers that we may be more familiar with, but the rest of the world wasn't. There's definitely those dark stories involved there. It's kind of it's one of those programs you almost hate to love and love to hate, you know what I mean? Because here we are learning about people's misfortunes and the dark side of the business, and it exists and it's interesting, but it's almost like Deadliest Catch. Where you like watch the show of the fisherman, but are you wanting to see him drowned? Because someone's going to every year, and it's just one of those kind of negative train wreck things that it's like, in a way. I mean, look at what came out just from the plane crash or the plane ride from hell. Look at all the real life heat that bubbled up out of that episode.
Yeah, it's
a great. I mean, I'll be tuning in. People are suffering for a car wreck.
On a brighter note, that is right. We have a brighter note now, Tombstone. Guess what is now open? Guess what is now open in Las Vegas, Nevada?
Lay it on me.
Boom! Whataburger, bro. We got
You gotta be kidding me, bro.
I'm serious, dude.
Oh, hell yeah. We don't have to go to Colorado anymore.
So good, bro. Me and Amber went there yesterday. We took the monorail down. Actually, no, we drove there. Parked at the Aria. The first 3 hours of parking is free if you're a Nevada resident with your driver's license or your ID card. Yeah, bro. It was amazing, dude. 2 stories. Fresh food. I think it was the best Whataburger I've ever had.
Fuck yeah. I can't wait. Next time I'm down there in town, we're going for sure, bro.
Absolutely. And then also down there during the festivities, they have a wedding chapel that is a Cheetos, a Flaming Hot Cheetos wedding chapel, bro.
I love it.
Yeah, dude. So
that brand new then?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just for the Super Bowl as like a publicity type of thing, but yeah, it looks like it's, they got the Rolls Royce that's Flaming Hot Cheeto, yada, yada, yada. Good stuff. Oh shoot! What else do we have here for today? Oh man!
Now the
So
Whataburger's for good, right? The Whataburger ain't going anywhere.
the Whataburger is there for life.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
That's what we need
And
to
I
hear.
actually heard rumors while we were in there eating. We heard the talk among the employees that I guess they're going to be opening up a Whataburger in Henderson, Nevada. So.
In Henderson, fuck yeah!
Yes,
I hope
sir.
one keeps over here in the St. George, you know, just like the In-N-Outs did. I think the first In-N-Out in Utah was down here. That'd be a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Now
man.
all we need is the
Waffle House.
yeah, waffle. You got your cup?
Got my Waffle House cup right here. The last time I went to Waffle House, the one I go to in Phoenix quite often, off of Deer Valley Road, I'm talking to the guy saying, hey, man, I'm coming all the way from Vegas to go to this Waffle House. And he's like, you need to write corporate. So.
Is that the one we ate in, actually?
Yeah.
When we were driving through Arizona?
What was that?
Is that the one we ate in when we were driving?
No. The one we went to was off of the 10 freeway. This one is like off of like coming in from like Winnebucca or Winneburg or whatever the hell they call it.
Got you.
So anyway, Amber wrote a nice long letter to Waffle House saying how, hey, we need to have a Waffle House here in Las Vegas. You know, we're traveling all the way to Phoenix. So cross our fingers, bro. Hopefully they read these emails. Because the guy at the Waffle House is saying, yeah, man, you just gotta do the contact us and write them. So I did that. And also, dude, this chef had a shirt that said the $5 million Club. And I'm like, $5 million Club? What does that mean? So I said, hey, what does that shirt mean? He says, oh, that means that I've cooked $5 million worth of food. He's like, I actually have like an $8 million club shirt also. So these guys, bro, when you're a chef there, you make them a lot of money. Bam.
Those guys don't fuck around. That's a job right there.
It is. Those guys would be the best wrestlers because they can remember every spot. It's like, you never see how they take the orders at the Waffle House. They just bam, bam, bam. Oh, man, I'm a Texas boy. Love me some Whataburger. Bro, telling you, it's down there right now. And he still needs to watch season 4, Love Some Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, we all love the dark stuff, bro. We're crazy. But on a brighter note, Tombstone, I'm on Amazon yesterday trying to buy my Bubba a toy. Because he needs a new toy because he's a good dog. He's the best pug in the world. And guess what they are starting to suggest to me? I have no idea why they're suggesting me this toy. It's a Xanax chew toy.
Well, there you go. If that don't mellow him out, what will, right?
Bro, what is going on here? These are the pictures they're suggesting to show me. So I spent the $9.99 and I bought him the toy Xanax, but it's just ridiculous.
I was gonna say you bought it anyways, didn't you?
I don't know why they knew I wanted to get that for the dog, but
if that don't mellow him the fuck out, nothing will. So
that's right. And then also, as a reminder, I am looking forward to March 15th. We're about a month away from being at the Bluebird in Reno, Nevada. Very, very, very excited about this triple threat match.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, bro.
Yeah, it was great having the Stoner Brothers on Wednesday, too. What a blast.
That was awesome.
Those guys are on the card as well, right, bro?
Yeah, I really appreciate them coming on and you know, spending time with us. And those guys, bro, like, I actually forgot to tell them this when they were on. Those guys have given me so many opportunities, just like Sam has, where like, bro, those guys, they had, you know, there was times at the Stoner U Dojo shows, they made this, I was a show called Point Break. And I believe it was for the Tables of Eddie's match that we had against Big Man. And dude, like they would put me over. They were trying to always put me over, and I really appreciate them, bro. They're always really kind, and they were always cool with me, man. So I'm really looking forward to the Reno show. Also at their dojo, guys, Mansoor, this tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or is that today? I think it's tomorrow. I think it was on Sunday. So go check that out, guys.
Fuck, I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I have. Let me take this banner off. Sunday, February 11th. So go check that out, guys, if you're in the Oakland area. To be honest, I even thought about hopping on the damn plane and going because I'm like, hey, you know, it won't cost much. I could take a Spirit. I looked at the flights. Woo! To fly out on Super Bowl day to Oakland, it was not cheap. So.
Yeah, Super Bowl. Same with renting cars or anything. Holy shit. Yeah, how's it been this week with everything with the Super Bowl? Just another week in Vegas? I mean, if any town can digest something like that, it's Vegas.
Super busy, bro. It's been a great week. I've been hitting the gym every day this week, getting ready for the big hood slam. Feeling good in the gym, bro. Just fucking pumping iron, bro. Getting that sweat on. Vegas, though, the feel of Vegas is a lot of excitement. And tonight, speaking of excitement, at the Dollar Loan Center, you have AEW Collision. So that's going to be tonight.
You going to that?
Yes, I will be going to that. Going to check it out. You know, dude, why not? You know, might as well. If I'm here, you know, got to be humble. Got to go check this out. I was watching. I think I can't even think of his name right now. Umaga's son. I was watching his video when he's at the Royal Rumble with Jacob. Like, dude, these guys are like, you know, they're in the crowd. Everyone's enjoying themselves. We're all fans at the end of the day. I'm here to support wrestling at the end of the day. I love professional wrestling, just like everyone else does. You know what I mean? Tombstone, anything else that you want to talk about, bro?
Well, we cannot talk about the Super Bowl. I mean, I know you're not a huge football fan. I've been a little more of a football fan, I have to say. And I just can't stress enough, go Niners. You know what I mean?
Oh, the 49ers are going to win.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a Raiders fan my whole life. And you cannot really be a Raiders fan and ever vote for the Chiefs or ever root for the Broncos or teams like that because they're in our division. And then on top of that, you know, it's kind of like when we all got tired of the Patriots winning all the time. That's how I really feel about the Chiefs. And on top of that, my man, Whitehead, my partner in crime and music, my lead guitarist, the living legend, has been a Kansas City Chiefs fan since he was about 2 years old. And that was back when football probably barely first started. And fuck the Chiefs, dude. You know what I mean? Let's go Niners.
Yeah, it's going to be 21-14 Niners up.
You know what I hope? I hope it's just an ass kicking. Because I think if it stays anywhere kind of close, you just never know what the fuck's going to happen for the Chiefs. So what I'm hoping, my prediction, everything else is it's just the Niners start to run away with it and never look back. That's what I'm hoping happens. But I was going to drop a little bit of cash on it the other day when I was in Mesquite. Didn't do it. Usually when I don't drop any money, my team wins. So you might want to go drop some money today on the Niners, bro, because it's fucking going to happen.
I remember one year, maybe it was we first moved here, so it would have been 2021, that Super Bowl, the year of 2021. I remember Tom Brady was in it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah, and I remember we bet like just $20. That's all we bet was $20 on whatever whatever team it was. It was the winning team. We got like $140 payoff, bro. It was a fat payoff. I couldn't believe it.
The underdog wins, bro. I love betting fights on UFC fights. That's my favorite thing to bet on. I've done pretty good there. Football, I don't know. I just don't have any luck with it anymore. But I would have liked to throw some money down on San Francisco. That's all I can say. Go Niners. And any more of the Taylor Swift shit just, you know, makes me want to puke as far as that goes. So, but you know what? If she was dating somebody on the Niners, I'd still be rooting for the Niners.
Could you imagine that in WWE or AEW or Impact, or not Impact, but TNA, where it's like, let's just say Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's dating Roman Reigns or whoever the fuck, one of the big stars, and we're not able to have WrestleMania, the main event, because she's not here yet, or you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like,
well, and the power and the influence of this person, like just the NFL viewership went up this huge amount. You know, this year will be the only year where there's a demographic of like junior high school girls actually watching the Super Bowl because they want to see if Taylor Swift's freaking boyfriend wins or not. These are people, the Super Bowl's the biggest event in the world, but they never had their hands on that demographic. You know, so, I mean, honest to God, I'm no Swiftie, but the best thing that could ever happen for the WWE would be Taylor Swift starts dating Roman Reigns. Trust me, because the fucking whole demographic of these young girls, I mean, like I say, they're all watching football now. They're all buying Chiefs fucking jerseys, and it's not just a couple little percentage. Like the NFL's going, holy shit. So yeah, it's powerful.
They just need a fire.
That's on the level of a Michael Jackson or an Oprah. You know, there's only a few people on the level. Here's something else on the subject of Taylor Swift that I could cruise into something else we're both looking forward to. Is a couple years back, she had another album that was breaking records for being on the charts, and along came an old school band that knocked her ass right out of the way by the name of Tool. And I think you and me might be going to seeing a Tool show here shortly. And I'm looking forward to that one, man.
February 18th, bro. Tool.
Yes.
So, yeah, man. Just, we're kind of experimenting with these times, you know, with the You Ought to Know. We did, you know, that Wednesday at 4:20, today at 9:30. We've done 5 o'clock shows, 12 o'clock shows. So sound off. Let us know what time you think we should be going on. You know, we're just going to be trying to keep coming out, putting out content. We love wrestling. We want to talk about wrestling. We want to talk about the business. We want to talk about our current events, our current dates, our current shows that we're doing. Once again, you can check out all the Dark Art Entertainment shows on YouTube right now. They are streaming. We have a comment real quick. We also have I dig this, bro. Thank you, Ben, for coming on, bro. Trust me, there's big goals for this. I'm not even going to say it, but we have big things that are going to happen with this podcast. We'll be doing it live in front of people and having guests come on in a live setting. This is not going to be like this forever. This is just the beginning. Tombstone, do you want to talk about anything else, bro?
Got a little more UFC on even today. Looking forward to that. Probably going on in Vegas. I haven't seen, but I know I'll be tuning in and watching it. You know, I'm a big UFC fan. They got another pay-per-view coming up soon. And we'll speak on that coming up on the next shows. Looking forward to some guests you got lined up. Don't want to let too many cats out of the bag. But, yeah, You Ought to Know with Tombstone Jesus. Bring it on. Thanks for joining in with us. And if you're on YouTube, give us a like and a subscribe, please. We want to build that YouTube up as much as we can. And, of course, everybody on Facebook, hell yeah, Tombstoners.
That's right. We appreciate it, guys. My name is Otto Von Cutch, and this has been episode 7 of You Oughta Know. Yeah, bruh, cadabra. We're not stopping. Don't touch the clutch, because this wave has been and always will be automatic. Tombstone and Son, we are out, bruh. Yeah, bruh, cadabra.
See you next week, Tombstoners.
See you next time.